Hello everyone, it's Alissa here. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I have some beautiful messages from the artist's journey and from Pronoia, two of my favorite books. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start out with the artist's journey. There's a really powerful concept in here that I think is important to keep in mind when we are creating anything. So I don't know about you, but for myself, sometimes I can get overly identified with my work. So what that looks like is me feeling like the songs that I write are mine, when in reality they're not. Anything that we create is bringing formless into form, and it is something that is channeled through us. It is coming through our filter of our body, and our essence and our spirit, but it's really not us. It's really not who we are. So if I write a song, that song is not me. So oftentimes I feel like as creators, as artists, we can become overly identified with our work. And what that does is it causes problems, because then we're like, okay, well, if someone doesn't like it, or what if it's not good enough? Like, we can have all these doubts or fears or insecurities around our work, when if we just removed ourselves and took a step back from our creations, it's actually a really healthy practice, because we are not our work. Okay, we are not our creations. Our creations are separate living energies. Okay, so one of the best things we can do is emotionally distance ourselves from our work. So let me read you a passage from The Artist's Journey. The artist learns emotional distance. And this is so important, because I used to have this on my whiteboard, because I was just like, oh shit, when I learned that, I was like, oh my God, like, if someone doesn't like my stuff, and plus everyone's not going to like your stuff, why would you want everyone to resonate with your stuff? That just doesn't make any sense logically, right? But it's like, we have something within us that wants to feel like we're accepted and we're loved and that we're approved of, and that's a normal part of us. Obviously that part that's an approval seeking part of us can be really amplified and unhealthy. So I could go off on a whole other tangent about that, because a lot of times that has to do with other issues, such as trauma. I'm a clinical psychology, I'm in my master's program right now, and despite that, I've been fascinated with human behavior forever, so I love to go down rabbit holes with all of that. But the point is, don't take anybody's interpretation of your art personally, is what we're aiming for, because oftentimes that will hold us back from sharing our work with the world. Or when we do share our work with the world, we become, hurt or discouraged because someone, says something mean about what we're doing. There's an example I could give you. I was talking about money and emotions one day, and so part of my work is my speaking, and I remember just feeling really fired up and passionate about what I was speaking about. And I was like, a lot of times people have a lot of ideas and emotion wrapped around the idea of money. And so sometimes if we can disentangle that, it can be really helpful, because money is one thing and our emotions are another. So I was talking about this topic, and someone commented, and they were like, "You're a joke." And I was like, that actually hurt me. And for a minute, I was like, oh, what? But it's just one of those things where it's like, just brush it off. Like, who cares? What? I mean, don't let that stop you from bringing your message into the world, whatever medium that looks like. Because there's always going to be people like that, right? Like, there are so many people out there that are just, they really like shitting on other people. So, anyway. The artist learns emotional distance. I used to write novels that read like personal journals. To slog through them was excruciating, even for me. The artist learns to detach himself from his material expectations. He learns to separate his personal identity from the response to his work. J.D. Salinger understands that he is not Holden Caulfield. George Lucas is not Luke Skywalker. The artist is not the book, or the movie, or the startup. The artist learns that she is not to be held accountable to her first you, but to her second. The second self, her real self, is the true audience and the true judge of her work. The artist learns to serve this second self, not the box office tallies in the Hollywood Reporter or the bestseller list in the New York Times. Okay, so I'm going to play a song, and today I'm going to be using my omnichord. Check this shit out. How cool is this? So it kind of looks like a guitar. It's got a touchpad right here that you can strum, and you can change the different sounds and everything, and these are like all chord buttons. I'm going to grab my water really quick. So this thing has been becoming really popular lately. It was actually created, I think, in the mid-80s, maybe even 1983. So I just had to get one. So this song is called Runnin'. Excuse me. Running for so long, I am tired. The soul is leaving my body. Patterns repeating. I'm leaving. Youth is wasting away. I can see it in my eyes. I can't keep living this way. Different faces, different places, but it's always the same. I thought I finally had what I wanted. Why is there so much pain? Music is the only thing that can save me now. I'll follow you wherever you take me. Please don't tell me the time has run out. So cool, right? Look at this. It's too fun! Like, how freaking badass is this little instrument? I love it so much. Okay, that was a little, like, clunky because That song was not written on the omnichord, and so I was trying to do a lot of things at once, like look at the chords, make sure I'm pressing the right buttons, and getting everything all together. So I hope you enjoyed that little short song. It's very sad, very, very sad. That was, one of those songs that I wrote to really transmute a lot of pain. And I think that when we can give our pain a purpose, when our suffering has a meaning, it changes everything. It's like we can use it as fuel for our art, right? Okay. I have some unabashed Pronoia therapy, a couple little therapeutic practices that you can try just for fun. So these are experiments and exercises in becoming a blasphemously reverent, lustfully compassionate, eternally changing master of rowdy bliss. Okay, so I have 3 tips for you today. Number 1, how about going to the ugliest or most forlorn place you know? Maybe it's a drugstore parking lot, the front porch of a crack house, a toxic waste dump, or the place that symbolizes your secret shame. And build a shrine devoted to beauty, truth, and love. Here are some suggestions about what to put in your shrine. A silk scarf, a smooth rock on which you've inscribed a haiku or joke with a felt tip pen, coconut cookies or ginger candy, a music CD that you love, a photo of your hero, a votive candle carved with your word of power, a rubber ducky, a bouquet of fresh beets. All right. Here's your second unabashed Pronoia therapeutic practice invitation. Late at night, when there's no traffic, stride down the middle of an empty road that by day is crawling with cars. Dance, careen, and sing songs that fill you with pleasurable emotions. Splay your arms triumphantly as you extemporize prayers in which you make extravagant demands and promises. Give pet names to the trees you pass. Declare your admiration for the workers who made the road. And celebrate your sovereignty over a territory that usually belongs to heavy machines and their operators. Third unabashed Pronoia therapeutic practice. Invitation. That's a mouthful. So what causes happiness? Brainstorm at length about this question. Map out the foundations of your personal science of happiness. Get serious about defining what makes you feel good. To get started, I will list a few experiences that might possibly arouse your deepest gratification. Physical pleasure, seeking the truth, being a good person, contemplating the meaning of life, enjoying the fruits of your accomplishments, escaping your routine, purging pent-up emotion. Do any of these work for you? Name 10 more. All right, you guys. It was such a joy sharing a message with you today and music with you today. And I hope that this gives you some inspiration and just spark something within you so you can go forth with your day and be happier, create things. You have my support and love. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.